Well, in this video, I'm just gonna be talking about a dream, nightmare, whatever you want to call it, that I had about an hour or two ago. It is May 27th, 2017, and it is 6:27 p.m. at the time of this recording. Well, trying to think how to exactly start it. Imagine, if you will, that you're not somebody walking around in this environment. You're actually kind of like an entity, almost like a ghost or spirit. You're able to watch over things. It's almost like being in a movie theater or something like that, where you're actually just sitting there for the ride. Well, the whole thing about this dream, if you will, was it was really odd, and the main reason I'm wanting to record this is because I've been wanting to do this for a while. But in this dream, there was this African American gentleman who had a very similar body type, looks, and general all around feature set like James Earl Jones. For those of you who don't know him, he did the voice for Darth Vader for a long time, and he's been in a lot of movies, but the movies I can completely remember from memory would be doing the voice for that, and he was in Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, I always get the Barbarian and the Destroyer mixed up. I think the Destroyer, if I remember correctly, is the second one. But he was the antagonist, or the main bad guy in that movie. But he was kind of old like he is now. And this person had this innate ability that wasn't his original form. This person, if he looked at you eye to eye at a certain distance and he said certain words, he would actually go into your body and you'd go into his, and he'd basically kill well, I guess you'd say he'd kill you, and he'd basically kill his old body, and he would basically just move on and move on and move on. And I think that movie was basically about, or not movie, god dang it. It had a lot of the kind of things going on like in the movie The Fallen with no, not Samuel Jackson. It was Denzel Washington, and it was kind of like that. It was really weird. And this person, I don't know, or this being, whatever the hell you want to call it, he'd been around for a long time, and he would basically go from one form to another. Well, in this dream, it was kind of weird because there was this other person who looked really dark. I mean, they looked really dark, sunken in. I mean, they looked like a damn mummy underneath the wrappings, if you will. And it looked like one of them suckers still alive, walking around doing stuff. And this being who could transfer from one to another went over there and said, "Hey, that's, I'm still fairly able to get around." And he saw that this being had all this silver. It was these little silver, they're not bars, but they're really thin. They're like, shit, I don't know exactly what you'd call it, but this thing was basically obsessed with silver. By the end of it, you'll actually find out that this thing is absolutely obsessed with it. But this person, or this thing that was able to transfer from one to another, went over there and said, "Hey, I'll just, when it gets dark or when it gets late and everybody is not darn around, I'll just go over there and transfer into this person and get their shit and kill them off. Well, it didn't exactly go to plan. This person ends up getting in there, doing all this other stuff, and starts realizing something ain't right. And before it's too darn late, the sucker's already got this being down, and the thing's like acting all frail and can't do nothing. And as soon as that sucker, because this whole darn time the sucker has been running around with glasses on, not like normal glasses, but like these really dark, very wide glasses. I think you'd wear this kind of glass if you've had cataract surgery. I think that's what they'd call it. But it was weird. When this person got down, to the ground and was holding him down, and was like, all of your shit's gonna be mine now. And all of a sudden he smacks their glasses up out of our way, and he's about to transfer, and that's when he realizes this sucker has no eyes. It's just eye sockets, no eyes at all. And that's when that sucker goes to freak out, and that thing's eye sockets like open up like that, and just reach out and grab, and basically, pulls the other being's eyes out, and just completely consumes them. It was really freaking weird, because this person's freaking out, because they no longer can do this, this transfer shit no more. And then that mummified looking person goes over there and says to him, something about, I can't remember exactly what it was said. It was weird. It was something kind of, I don't know if it'd be classified as biblical or what, but it was some kind of little thing basically about learning lessons. And this person basically turns into him being like, the person he gets attacked. It was something about everybody has their own crutch or something like that, or their own misgivings or something like that. It was basically like, instead of attacking him, what he should have done was, went after somebody who was younger or something like that. Instead of going after money, because this person, I guess, was supposed to be afraid of dying, and that's why they just kept constantly transferring from one person to another, because they didn't want to die. And now that their so-called gift was taken away from them, they couldn't do that no more. So their only option is to basically embrace their mortality, I guess. But it was kind of weird, because a little while after that, these two beings are basically, talking back and forth in our car, and they realize something. And they realized that this younger couple knew about the silver as well, and bought furniture, or not furniture, but what you call them, luggage bags, I guess is what you classify it. And this being were there and noticed something about his bags when he went to grab them out of the car, and he realized they're a lot lighter than what they normally be. And you find out that couple had stolen the real bags, and with it the silver. Well, this creature, whatever the hell it is, that is obsessed with silver, is able to sense it, and it's like, it's not far, and he goes over there and he turns their car around. And it's weird, because this thing has no eyes, but yet it can still see. It's just weird. And he's sitting there driving his ass off, like a bat out of hell, trying to get to his iron silver. And towards the end of it, it's like an earthquake or something happens, and that couple ends up pulling off to their side of the road, and it's kind of like on an embankment. And they start pulling our bags out of our car trying to get it somewhere because they're still obsessed with this freaking silver. And this being, sitting there talking to darn right, and the other one is like, why is it you love silver so darn much? You told me everybody has this crutch and shit like that, and it's things like, well, like I said, everybody has a crutch. And I guess what he was supposed to be implying was he wasn't the first one like him. That much like the other darn person, he did something and he was human at once, and it basically turned him into this thing. But by the end of it, you find out this darn being, he's not really. He's obsessed with his silver, but he's not like, I'm gonna kill people for it. If he ain't gotta kill you, he ain't going to. I mean, he's basically, he'll teach you a lesson and shit like that, but he's not really there to kill you. And he's sitting there and he ends up hurting a dude pretty darn bad. And that woman's still trying to drag the darn bag, trying to get it away. And this sucker walks over there and basically just knocks her ass down, holds her down with one hand as he opens up his darn bag, and he's sitting there running his darn fingers along darn seams, where the hidden compartment is with the silver in it. And he sits there and opens it up, and he's sitting there running his fingers across the silver, and he's talking, saying shit like, have you ever seen anything so lovely, and he's basically super obsessed with it. But it was just weird, this dream, because I know it won't make a lot of sense to anybody who watches this. In some ways, I don't even know if I should even make this public or just keep it private, but I'll probably just make it public. That way, if anybody else has this kind of dream, I won't be the only one. But I've always felt that maybe with a schizophrenic mind, maybe these dreams are not really dreams, but maybe telling from the future, or maybe this shit is actually from a movie or something. Just like, you never know. This dream, or whatever you want to call it, might actually, they might actually make another movie out of it or something at some point, and I actually might see myself, watch this movie like 30 or 40 years from now. I'll be sitting in our theater and go, son of a bitch, either they stole my idea or I dreamt this crap, and but I highly doubt it'd have James Earl Jones in it, being that late. The dude's fairly old, and he's a damn good actor. He's got a hell of a voice. The dude's a cool ass guy. But I highly doubt if it was like 30 or 40 years from now he'd be in it, and unless we get some shit like off of Futurama, severed heads in jars, and then it wouldn't be exactly right. But but I guess this will be the end of it. But I just thought it was kind of cool, and I just wanted to make sure that I did a video on it while it's still somewhat fresh in my mind, and I don't forget about it, because this was really freaking weird. But if anybody else had a dream like this, just leave it on a comment or something on it, because I'll be honest, I have some really weird shit, kind of dreams and stuff, and yeah. But I guess if just leave a comment or whatever, thumbs up, I don't give a shit. But y'all have a cool darn day, and everything. But hopefully all this crap be just a dream, and if not, hopefully become a movie or something. But y'all all have a really cool day. Peace out.